Hey, folks, welcome to our sacred domain. We're going to start in about 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Awesome. It's great to have such a population of people here too for these having them all clumped together is different than when doing the master classes one at a time, you know.
It
I feel like
is,
it's easier to get more people involved at once.
yeah, it's fabulous, and I surrendered long ago in the two worlds I teach in that whoever shows up is supposed to be there, and that's all I care about. If it's
Yeah.
a if it's 4 or 44, I'm gonna make it hip, no matter
Oh
what.
yeah.
You know
Totally.
what I mean?
Totally.
I'm gonna make it
Yeah.
good.
All right, I'm going to let people in.
Okay.
Welcome everyone.
Hey,
Good to see
welcome.
you all.
We're here. We're going to start in 3 or 4 minutes. Let some of those
The,
laggards
the
come in the door.
stragglers settle in.
Yeah, the stragglers settle in.
It's funny. There are always people who will always show up late
A little bit.
to something. There's
Yeah,
always going to be people,
yeah,
and there's always going to be people that show up early.
yeah. I think our friend Arlen Harris showed up about 3 hours early. No, he showed up 25 minutes ago. Hi, Arlen.
Good to see you all.
Hi, Ethan.
Wow. Bill
Hey.
Monroe came. Jeez, he doesn't need this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great to have everybody here.
Yeah, man. It's really nice.
Donna Bird's got a nice comfy sweater on.
Wow.
Ethan, can you hear me all right? This is Mike Magnus.
Oh, hi, Mac. Yeah, how's it going?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, Mike.
No, I've been having a little trouble with the microphone on this headset, so I'm just checking to see if anybody can hear me.
It sounds great. Yeah, it sounds clear.
All good.
There was a moment earlier, I think it was coming from you. There was a little bit of buzz or something, but I don't even hear that now. So
Okay,
you're working
good.
well.
Good.
The birds here.
Excuse me all. You know, I really wanted to be here. My son's father just died. We have to be away. But thanks.
So sorry, darling.
So sorry.
Thank you.
Really sorry about that.
Thank you.
And what a warrior to be here and to try to heal yourself and feel some kind of hope in this time. I really honor you, my friend.
You have such a good presentation. Go for it. I'm out of here.
All right.
See you later, Donna. Oh, that's very sad.
Wow. Life goes on, man. Life goes on. Whew. All right.
Ethan, if you have,
we're going to start.
if you have a minute, tell me how to. My comments when I type them in don't go anywhere.
They don't go anywhere?
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Are you typing into the chat room?
Yeah, I type into the chat, but my name doesn't come up.
Huh.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
Well, then you can, if you have questions, brother, you just
you can say them.
Well, that's why I started speaking up last time, because when
Are you on a computer or are you on
I'm on my laptop.
Laptop?
The camera I had for my desktop went to hell. It doesn't work.
Oh, okay.
So I had to switch back to my laptop.
So if you type something, can you see the chat?
Yeah, I click on the chat and it comes up over on the site and it's to everyone, but there's no name. It's in a file. It says it's in a file.
So basically just type in that little box underneath where it says to everyone, where it says type message here.
Yep.
And then hit enter. See what happens.
Nothing.
Nothing. Well,
No,
Does the message that you wrote in there stay?
No, it's not. It didn't take anything. Let me.
It
try
doesn't
again.
let you type in there. Did you
No,
click
it's
on
not
it?
letting. Yeah, I clicked on it and it's not letting me type in it.
I'm sorry about that.
So,
Yeah,
I don't know
just
what's
just
going
speak
on.
up if you have something, you can just speak up.
but can you see the other messages in chat?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because we're going to have a lot of the data from the class on the chat.
Put that
So-
in there, yeah.
All right, let's start.
And tell me when you want me to start putting that in the chat, by the way, David.
Uh,
After we start watching, probably, right? I'll start loading it in at that point.
yeah,
That sounds
start
good.
loading it in when we start watching, sure.
Okay, perfect.
So, welcome.
Oh, do you want me to let me introduce you? I'll introduce you.
Okay.
Let me just make sure we're going live everywhere we need to go. 1 second.
Floyd Gadd. Hey, man.
All
David
right, that's all
Stoneman.
set up.
Hey, brother.
Okay, so introduction to David, brief. David Anderson, owner of David Anderson Pianos in Los Angeles, has been a professional musician, recording artist, and piano technician, consultant for nearly 4 decades. He's a popular and active instructor with piano technicians masterclasses and has been an industry leader for many years. Today's presentation provides a simple yet brilliant protocol that, if used, will guarantee a highly idealized pure 12s tuning, the gold standard of equal temperament. If you've been confused about how to achieve this best of tunings, the class is for you. You will actually hear the pure 12s temperament being tuned, and then the whole tuning is completely broken down and explained. It's a very simple, incredibly challenging, and not easy, but simple method. Provides a repeatable, non-cerebral, intuitive protocol for repeatedly amazing tunings. It will either show you or tell you, or David will either show you or tell you very clearly what he's doing in the temperament, and then tuning the rest of the piano in this class. In the past, there's been quite a bit of confusion about what it takes to achieve an aural pure 12s tuning. Okay, and then with that, I'll hand it over to you, David, to pick up the reins and tell us what's in store and get started.
Well, I'm tickled to be here. I'm really grateful to be here. You may notice, if you've seen me before, you may notice that I look a little different. And that's because for the past 8 months, I've been fighting stage 4 cancer. And I lost my hair and lost 40 pounds. Good news is I beat it. I'm cancer free. I'm on the road to recovery. My body took a huge hit from both the cancer and the chemo. So I'm recovering and restoring slowly. And one of the things that has driven me and driven my hope and energy and recovery is Piano Tech master classes, the Piano Tech radio hour, working on my own pianos here at my house. I haven't gone out into anybody else's house since March. Quarantine. My young partner has COVID tested, COVID free, all of the careful acts, but not me. So there has been a tremendous buzz the past 4, 5, 6 years about this thing called pure 12s tuning. And people have loved it so much that, in fact, the best tuning machine in the world, the Rayburn Cyber Tuner, has basically adapted Ken Swaff adapted what like really a pure 12th highly idealized aural equal temperament. They have adapted that as their master tuning. And it was interesting when I did the tuning concert for Piano Technicians Masterclass 4 or 5 days before the class. Carl Lieberman, who's an executive at Cybertuner and a wonderful, close, connected friend and colleague of mine, came over and watched me tune just a regular tune on this good grand piano, and then measured it with the Cybertuner. And it was, except for some anomalies in the sixth and seventh octave, my tuning, my just regular tuning that I put on that piano, was virtually identical to the Rayburn Cybertuner master tuning. Now, this tuning that I tuned the piano with is the same tuning I've been using for 25 years. Turns out, or 30 years or longer, turns out that what I had evolved in my practice was a highly idealized pure 12s tuning. But I didn't call it that. I called it, I just called it a great tuning. And there were three major elements of this great tuning. And it was a very simple process. My process to get to a great oral tuning is simple. It's incredibly difficult and challenging, but it's simple. So, you know, I've sat in many, many tuning classes, including the tuning classes for the last several years that were taught around the oral pure 12s tuning. And there was never a clear, simple, practical method for getting the job done. And I feel like a lot of the ways that people go about tuning pianos in the modern age is, and maybe this will challenge people, that's the way it is too cerebral. You're thinking too much. Tuning is a neck down, whole body experience. Naturally, you're thinking about some things, but it's really a body experience, a whole unit experience. You're entering the world of sound. I love tuning. And that's why I wanted to have the best tunings. So I think I've developed a way for you to profoundly improve your oral tuning. I have mentored at least 100 individuals about this method of oral tuning, and a ton of them have said that it has profoundly affected their ability to hear, their ability to produce a good tuning just with their ears and their body and a few tools. So I'm going to show and tell how we do that. So if you want to put that first statement up, Ethan.
Just the text?
The text, yes. There's three great foundations of a highly idealized, what we're calling pure 12s equal temperament. All right, the three main elements of pure 12s tuning. Look in the chat, folks, and you'll see this. Number one, and this was proven by the numbers of Ken Swafford in his series of brilliant articles about what a highly idealized oral tuning is. And my tuning exactly fits the profile in numbers of what he determined was the idealized equal temperament. So first of all octaves are slightly expanded, half a cent. All octaves are expanded, but with no beats. I call them swellingly beatless. You know, they're just sharp, teeny bit sharp. And you have to listen to the whole tone with your whole body. That's the way tuning becomes like a sacred act and one of the highest crafts, if you're paying attention and really into it. The second great fundamental of an amazing Pure 12's tuning is that all the fifths are slightly contracted with no beat. There's never a beat in the fifths. I'm going to say it again. There's never a beat